Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Back to my boxing. Now, Vladimir Klitschko has some crazy things to say about Conor McGregor, man. I never heard the Ukraine's opinion on Conor McGregor. That was that was public at least. Now, Vladimir Klitschko he thinks Conor McGregor's a pretty wild guy, man. That's what he talked about. He says he reminds him of the guys in the movie of Fight Club with Brad Pitt, and he says the image will stay in your head. McGregor's image speaks for itself. So man, it's basically man. Vladimir talks about how McGregor is so outspoken and he's so flamboyant with his persona and so cocky that his character is really unforgivable. You know, the way he delivers his persona and the way he acts is just like you're not gonna forget it. You know, his character is something like an actor is like. It's so good that I mean he's making a living off of it. He's really in Vladimir's eyes like an actor. He compared him to Brad Pitt. You know, he's so good that the character he's portraying, you want to see more of it. You know, he's really good. Conor McGregor is he's a really good actor, man, in my opinion. He should be an actor. You know, he's good at playing the tough guy role. But Klitschko said, man, we'll forget about 90% or more of all the things they are talking about in the next year or two. The Ukraine told DAZN. So basically, he said, man, that Conor McGregor, all that shit he's talking, man, he's basically gonna get wiped by Floyd, and everything Conor ever said basically is gonna be forgotten because he doesn't think he can pull it off, man. He pays respects to Floyd and he said if you don't like the kid, you gotta respect him for what he's doing because he's doing something that no one has done before, at least it is at this magnitude. So Vladimir pays respects to Floyd Mayweather, man, and he gives his opinion on Conor McGregor. Like I said, man, he thinks he's a fucking actor. He thinks he's a good actor, but he thinks that his character will be remembered, but what he actually does in the ring will be forgotten. 10% of what he does will be remembered barely, and what's really gonna be in people's mind is the way Conor McGregor held himself. So some big words from Klitschko, man. He's not actively fighting in the sport of boxing, but his voice is really important. Something like a Paulie Malignaggi. Just because you're retired doesn't mean you don't have an impact in the sport of boxing. Klitschko, anything he says about a fighter, it's sort of a big deal, man. Especially if you're from Ukraine, if you're like Lomachenko or some shit like that, and then Klitschko talks about you, you always remember that. If Klitschko bashes you and you're from the same country as him, that would hurt. That'd be devastating. I couldn't imagine being a smaller weight class fighter, and then Vladimir Klitschko talks bad about me. So yeah, man, sort of a big deal. I wonder how Conor McGregor feels about Vladimir Klitschko's comments. I know Conor McGregor's a big boxing fan. He follows boxing a lot, actually. He knows about Vasyl Lomachenko, Brigandow, David Haye. He actually watches boxing and he knows his history and he knows what's happening currently in boxing. I remember when David Haye was making fun of Conor McGregor for that weird ass arm thing he was doing, and David Haye actually copied Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor was pretty mad, man. He was defending it. His movement's really bad. He had to really explain and get into detail about what happened and why he did it. He got into detail because he had to explain himself to make it seem not as bad. But he explained himself and he cared enough to explain himself because, David Haye's a big deal. So, when people say hold weight, man, especially if they're from your country. And like I said, David Haye is to Conor McGregor, which Klitschko can be to these other Ukraine fighters. So Klitschko has weight, man. And, it only takes Klitschko one or two announcers to weigh. Like if he starts doing like a Sky Sports announcing and having more of an impact in the UK, I can see that definitely. Vladimir Klitschko seems like a really smart guy, and like I said, man, his opinion matters, and he thinks Conor McGregor is an actor, man, and he thinks Floyd deserves that respect. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geoboxing Empire. Peace.